Hi, and welcome back to Doomie Gaming and the Planet Crafter. Last time we were together, I expanded this side of the base a little bit and put in some storage. Now, I did this because it's, 4 individual rooms, and I'm kind of hoping that somewhere along the way we get that large room compartment and we can take those 4 rooms out and make it just one large compartment. Let's see where we are here. We were at 70.50 some percent for blue sky. And we have 26 of oxygen thanks to the veggie tubes, and 480 for heat and 450 for pressure. So we have to get the heat and the pressure, up there where the oxygen is. But we are at 124 KTI. Let's see what we will gain access to next. Our advanced crafting station. When we hit 175 KTI, when this number gets up to 175, we'll get the larger crafting station. And I'm not sure at this point where I will put it, but we'll figure something out. So even if we have to make another room, we'll do something. Now, message from Raleigh again. I managed to sneak more informations. I read that you have more chance of success if you build your base in altitude. I'm not sure why for now. And if you manage to heat the planet enough, some caves should become accessible when the ice melts. And the one last thing you can, and then communication stops. Okay, so the idea is to get your heat up, which is what I was telling you. And when the heat gets higher, the ice will melt. And that includes the ice that's on the ground out there. So you want to make sure that you have ample ice to make yourself water, which is why I have 2 containers of it right here. And also the tubes that we created before indoors also calls for ice. So what do we want to do now? We don't need to collect more ice, but there are a bunch of wrecks around here, or we could go to another bunker. Question is, do we have anything to build? No. This veggie tube here is what's giving us 26 oxygen just from this one tube alone. So we have 2 oxygen. Let me just drink a water and make 2 more. And the other thing is we want to make our container. So we will need iron. To titanium. And a silicon. To go venture out into a different bunker. Let's go to the bunker that's way out past the alloy cave. It's going to be a long trek. Now let's just double check to make sure that we can build our house. Temporary shelter here. Okay. Let's go get this other bunker. Now we got the first bunker out this way. But there's another one even further out. And while we're walking in here, I want to make sure there's ice up against the wall. I want to see how it's melting. Okay, the ice is still there. So we have not heated up our planet enough. And we will get to that. So while I make this trek out here, I will cut out most of the walking. But essentially what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way up north. We're going to keep this wall to our left, and we're going to walk north until we get to a point where there's a rock that we have to jump over. And of course we'll jump over it and we'll end up at the bunker that I want to take you to. And as we're doing all of this and walking out this distance, you'll look up on the right hand side, our terraformation index is getting much closer to the 175 mark. So by the time we get back to the base, we will be able to make the advanced crafting station, which is a nice idea. All right, so we're getting to that area that I was talking about that has the little boulder that we're going to have to jump over. And that would be right here at this section. So we jump up on this little ledge first, and then over. And then when you get to the end here, it's a little steep, so jump to this one here. Our oxygen is getting low, so let's grab that. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, we kind of fell. Ow. Good thing you don't kill yourself here by jumping. So here's the bunker. We came up from there. Actually fell down. A little ouchie. So let's put our temporary place here if we can. And I want to build this real quick. I want to go out and get another piece of iron though, so I can build a grid. Oh, that's not iron. There's iron. So I want to set that box outside because I don't want the box stuck inside, because I won't be able to take my temporary housing back with me. And we need it to refreshen our oxygen and such. And let's get... Let's see what's in here. Oh, another water. Wonderful. And we can make more oxygen. Look at that. Another piece of fabric. Okay, so let's make a grid. Let's take this back apart because I don't want it sitting in there. I won't be able to lift up our house to go home, so I can always come back for what's in this locker later. Makes it much easier to be able to gather stuff. So let's put this stuff in here and we'll decide what's going to go with us later. Alright, so we need to eat something, so let's eat that. Let's go down in this bunker and see what we can find. Okay, so there's 3 containers. Another piece of fabric, which is nice. Now you can take these away, and it opens up another area that we can go into. And go through a little hidden cave, and there's another message. I will do whatever it takes to quit this planet. I had to dig deep to find the resources needed to build a launch platform. The storms have been less frequent recently. I have to find a big meteor crater to build the platform at the bottom of it in order to be able to protect it from the winds. The magnetic fields of this planet are completely crazy. It's the first time I see this in all my life. Once again, I leave the shelter hoping I will be able to make it. And that was in the year 3040. So the one that we just read in the base was not 35th. So this is like 18 years ago this guy was here. So what's in here? Oh, some more water. So let's drink that. And some more fabric. That's really nice. And we're going to have to go back up again and refreshen our oxygen because I don't want to use my last one. Let's go back in here and refreshen. And then we'll see what it takes. Let's see, what does it take for us to make one of these stations? Iron and silicon. So let's find a piece of silicon so we can make one of these stations and we can make ourselves more oxygen. Okay, my inventory's full. Let's empty it out then. You're going to have to make another storage. Anyway, plenty of water. Alright, let's go. Did we get everything in there? We did not. So now we can make oxygen with all that. We need silicon, though, to make one of those crafting stations. Alright. Full again. Let's go make a crafting station and make ourselves some oxygen, which we use a lot of when we're down there. So let's make this. We can always take this out of here before we leave so that we take our house with, but this way, let's make some oxygen with that cobalt we found. Okay. This is stuff that I'm not necessarily interested in taking back. What I am interested in taking are the resources like this. I wonder what it takes to make one of those blueprint things, and we can figure out what this microchip is. Let's see what it takes to make one of the blueprint monitors. Q, Doomie. Blueprint, so iron and silicon, which we have. So let's make one of those. And see what this microchip is that we have from down there. Decode it. New blueprint, living compartment corner. Okay, so that's what we got. So I was kind of hoping that we got this. I was kind of hoping we'd get the bigger compartment to attach to these, but that's not the case. All right, so we'll delete that, and we'll delete that, and we'll put the resources in here that'll go back with us. Keep these here, and we'll come get them later, unless we have room to take them. Let's go down and get the rest that was in that container. Cool. And do we have room? Yep. 3 to pick that up. And that's it. That's all there is down here. So, okay. Another secret bunker. Pretty cool. And if you, read the messages, you can pretty much get an idea what this guy went through, how many different areas he lived in before he ended up in that cave dead. So this is all the resources we got that we don't necessarily need to take back. And there's a lot of food and stuff here that we got, and plenty of water. So we could leave a lot of this here and pick it up later. So that only gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 times 4 is 16 spots. Unless we eat and drink something, which we can do. And then we'll have to figure out what we want to take back. Definitely these. And definitely these. Well, that's not possible because I didn't leave myself 6 spots open to take our temporary housing. So that means these last 4 things will have to stay. I just thought of that. So we need 6 spots to take our temporary housing back. So now to get out of here, because it's probably harder to climb back up there, we're going to go around this particular wall, which will also show you that there's another access point into that secret bunker, but it's the longer way around, so I opted to hop over. And again, remember to take your temporary housing with you. You will need it. This is a longer trek. Now look at that green symbol over there. Lets you know where your base is. So originally when we came over here, we were up above and kept the iridium and super alloy caves to our left. Now going back to base, we're going to keep them to our right. We're going to have to set up by the super alloy cave here and get our oxygen back. I'm not sure why it's telling me to craft a veggie tube up there, because we already did that, but then we took the veggie tubes out when it gave us the veggie tube for number 3. So we've already crafted veggie tube 1 and 2. I'm not sure why it's telling us to craft it again. I wasn't under the impression that we had to leave it in our base, so that's kind of wonky. And our terraformation index is up to 164. So it's getting there. And now the planet is going to regenerate some of its resources, because we're getting closer to that blue sky. So we created that one, and then we made the taller ones that used the ice, and then we made another one that went outside. So I'm not sure why it's telling me to make this one again. That's kind of weird. Really weird. I don't think I made a thing for fabric. I think I'm actually keeping the fabric out here. I wasn't going to make another container for fabric. Until we got that compartment. Alright, so that is that. Let's get a drink. And I don't need that. Let's eat a small one. And I could have actually eaten the eggplant. And I think I seen the plants are ready to pick. So they grow pretty darn fast, which is nice. They grow even faster in the other tubes. Yeah, there we go. New blueprint for the heater T3. Our heat is already at 480. I'm not sure how quickly we can get that pressure up though. So we have this one currently. This is the one that we can make next. This produces 28.5 heat per second. And it takes 17.5 of energy to run it. And we have 10. So we don't even have enough energy to run it. We would have to create more power in order to put down that heater. Because it takes more than we have at the moment. So that means more solar panels. Because I don't think we got it yet to be able to make. No, we didn't. Let's see what it takes in order for us to get our reactor, our first reactor. Oh, it's here. It's locked behind there. We need 60 UPA. We're only at 38. So once we get at 60, it'll open up this nuclear reactor. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for that to happen. And then once we can get the nuclear reactor, we'll place one of those down. And then we'll worry about putting a heater down. But it still doesn't handle my pressure. We would have to put a lot of these drills down. I mean, 17 per drill. And this produces 28. So you would almost have to put 2 drills down for every heater that we put down. Yeah, we would need 2 more of these in order to compensate for the amount of heat this is going to generate. So that's what we're going to have to do next. All right, so all we can do is sit and wait. Let's see how long this takes. This is 100. So we're not even halfway to getting this biodome opened. We're only at 5184. We need to be at 100. And this here just opened up. So the new bulletin for the advanced crafting station. So we can make that right now. The next thing we're working towards is the launch platform, and that's at 345. So this is only at 175. So we got a ways to go for that too. But this here will open up at 100. That's probably the next thing. And that's going to work on the biomass. Okay, but what we can do right now is create this. But if you look at the bottom, it takes negative 12.5. So it takes more energy than what we have anyway. So we're going to have to put another one of these solar panels up. Probably 2 would be better. Just to prepare ourselves to make these other pieces that are coming down the way. So, okay, so let's see what we need to make this. 2 cobalt. What am I doing? I'm so used to the cobalt being back there. It's here now. So let's make this and stick it outside. One of these anyway. We'll go from there. That'll at least allow us to make that new crafting station. Let's hope we have enough to make it. What does it take? Another aluminum and another magnesium. Oh, we're getting low on that again, on the aluminium. Sorry, I keep saying aluminum. I'm just so used to it. And where is this going to go? Wow, this is super big. Do not have room for this. Well, I could probably slap it in here for now. I'd really hate to make another room just for this. So let's put it here for now. God, it's so big. It's gotta be straight. I can't stand it if it's not straight. So let's put it here. It'll be good for there. So, okay, so let's see. We probably took a lot of our 17.70. Okay, what is going on out here? Oh, we reached the cloud stage. Okay, that explains that. So now we have blue sky. Well, it's not blue now because of what's coming down. But we have new resources being hit here. I'll go out and check what they are. There's probably iron. I don't know. It could be anything really. $17.70. We're at 190 terraformation. What's next? Platform at 345. I thought we mentioned that already. Okay, so this, don't want to do this right now. That takes 17 energy. I really need this nuclear reactor because that's going to give us much more power. Because anything I add now is going to take energy. I can add another drill, but for what purpose? It's going to give us another 17 of pressure, which would take us up to 467. I guess we could do that. Not sure if we have enough. Yeah, see, I need aluminium. We need to go get aluminium. I'm wondering if we should go back to that area that we were and pick up those other resources. I don't remember if aluminium was part of it. So let's get a silicon and 2 titanium for our temporary housing. And let's go back because I noticed on the way home, let's check again, make sure, always check. Because you don't want to get out there and be low on oxygen and then not have the essentials. Okay, I noticed on the way back that there was a dropped, looks like a satellite laying down. So I want to go pick it up. What did it drop? It dropped silicon. That does not look like silicon. It actually looks like a titanium and magnesium. Okay. And it dropped iron as well. Here I am picking stuff up. I mean, we're going out to check what was in that drop satellite, and like a doofus, I'm picking stuff up along the way. I have to stop doing that. Good Lord. And that's the other thing too. I don't want to start generating more heat until I know that we have enough water on hand before the ice melts. Because I haven't gotten anything yet that's going to allow me to collect water. And I'm going to have to cut this video shorter today. Because I have to go make dinner. Real life comes first, right? So, yeah, here's the down satellite that I did not notice on the way up. But I did notice it on the way back. So, open rec. Okay, and I can't even take everything that's in it. That's a real bummer. We'll take that. And then we'll take that. Okay, it's good to have iron too. All right, so that's what that was. No such luck on the aluminium. So yeah, it's been a productive day. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but I'm happy with what we've done. So what I'm going to do off camera now is to get some of that stuff in place for upstairs so we can put some more things down in the base, and then the next time we get together we can go out and do a little bit more exploring. There's tons of stuff still out there for us to get, and I'm eager to go get it. So yeah, I want to thank you for spending time with me today. If you enjoyed yourself, please hit that like button on the video. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And we would like to invite you to our Discord community. There's a link for that up at the top of my YouTube page. Just click it and come on in. We have plenty of people over there for you to interact with, run games with, and just to have a general good time with. So once you subscribe, please hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And I look forward to spending time with you here again. Thank you so much for coming here and spending your time with me. I really do appreciate it. And whether you were here during one of my live streams or not, please make it a point to come back. So until we meet again, you take care, be safe, have fun, and I'll see you soon.